2. Oh, my
No,
bad.
we're already live.
Oh, we live everywhere. Oh, wait, hold on. Fix that real quick.
Don't get live.
All right, what does that say on your
What up, y'all?
It says movie review.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
What's up, guys? What's going on? We're live, baby. And we're back. We've been absent for a week.
Yes, we're back.
Not
we
really.
are-
All right.
Break room's back.
We've been absent for about a week. But we're back, baby. Not disappearing at all. So we got our YouTube fans.
What up,
We
YouTube?
got our Facebook fans. We're live, baby.
Oh, we'll get
So
you. We'll
We're
get you.
so excited.
don't be
You
afraid.
can't run or hide from us. Got all the social media up in your face.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to
Go
ask
to
us
the
anything
break.
you want to ask. We will try to. Oh, there we are. There. Oh, we're watching ourselves.
What
It's
up,
like a
guys?
mirror.
That's weird.
Uh,
It's like it's off sync. Like
Yeah.
So
Huh?
That's what
we're
happens. All right. Don't get distracted.
we're
Sorry.
going to
It's
try to answer your
funny.
questions. But what we came here for, though.
We just finished watching a movie for you.
Yes. We just came. Oh, you know what? Thank you guys for watching our channel. If you do like the content that you see, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. We definitely want to be in your notifications when
Oh.
we,
All
you
over
know,
the place.
doing something. So,
in all over your face.
all of
Oh,
it.
my bad.
So we just came back from seeing It 2017.
Oh, snap.
2017 version, guys.
Reboot.
Reboot.
What?
I don't know if you guys are into. We usually don't do scary movies.
We don't do scary movies.
So
I
this
like
is a treat for you guys.
Yeah,
We're getting closer to Halloween. Lots of scary movies.
So
I like Halloween.
basically. Yeah.
don't, think this is gonna be a norm, but
Right.
this is like a nostalgic thing for them, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really care.
Kind of, sort of. I never really saw like the full original one just because I was super young and, I always saw like parts. I never saw it the whole way through.
I never
the
seen
book.
the original either. Or
Saw
read
the
book.
movie.
This guy did his homework on it. For
The
sure.
book is very discouraging because it's like fucking that big. And
Yeah,
that's not happening.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not reading that. Where's my R.L. Stein though? I'll take
Yeah.
some-
Where's my
Goosebumps at?
Goosebumps.
So, yeah, I mean, we got a pretty full cast here. I think they, did a really good job.
Stacked.
I'm just gonna go with my rating really quick. We'll just jump out there and say what I
Relax.
thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was witty. But we're watching a horror. But I thought it was funny. I
Right.
thought it was witty. I thought the story was okay. I'm not gonna ding it for not seeming original because this is older than a lot of, to me, what I guess shows and movies that have copied it. So I'm gonna just say the story was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything that was spectacular. It was just kind of flat. It was predictable, I thought. But again, I did laugh. There were some things that, people getting jacked up. And I laugh when people get jacked up.
I feel like he caused other people to laugh too at the same time. Then something fucked up happens, excuse my language, but something messed up happens and he busts out laughing and then everyone's like, oh, he's laughing. That made me laugh.
Yes.
Makes it all better.
But you know what? To me, if I'm not laughing at a accident or some type of tragedy in a movie, it wasn't done well. It wasn't executed well. So there were some parts where I thought that were done well. But as a horror movie,
Mhm.
I wasn't scared. I wasn't surprised.
He's unfazed, fellas. There's nothing you can do.
Yes, it was funny. That's the only thing. I feel like if we took all the comedic parts out of it,
Mhm.
it would be a bad movie.
All right, so what's
So,
your rating?
A rating,
5-star
I'm gonna
roll.
give it a 3 out of 5 stars.
3 out of 5.
didn't
Just
expect
because
That's not too bad.
I did
Yeah.
laugh,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't a horror movie.
Did not
So,
expect that.
Yeah.
what do you guys think?
I feel you on the predictability part of it. There were parts that were predictable. However, I did find a couple of things that were not predictable that happened. And I was just like, got that shock value. Maybe not necessarily full on terrified and scared like some of the younger kids in the audience.
Yeah, but like sometimes shit happen. You're like, damn, that just happened. Whoa,
Right.
what?
Yeah. And I appreciate what they did with like these. It was like it took place in the 80s, so I saw like kind of like that 80s vibe out of it. And just the kids, the cast of the kids, they were all acting very well, to me at least. They all acted pretty well. We got a couple of the kids, like this guy from Stranger Things, and a couple that I've seen on other movies, but they were on par, and to me, I like that character aspect of it. So overall, I thought it was what was it? Kind of like a sci-fi thriller than a horror. It wasn't very demonic, if that's maybe what I would classify as full-on horror. So I mean, to me, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was. I actually enjoyed this movie. Yeah, and I don't do horror movies. So.
See, Jack. Oh, we forgot to actually introduce ourselves.
Oh,
But
who are you?
Too late.
I know, right?
So I read the book. I saw the original movie with Tim Curry, and I actually recently rewatched the original movie and started reading the book again because I'm like, well, I gotta get prepped for this.
Yeah.
So overall, I had a lot of fun with the movie. It touched on a lot of nostalgia. The new
Lots of
design of the
nostalgia.
clown was just
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
It was
and
cool.
shout out to Bill Skarsgård who did the clown, because he did a really good creepy Pennywise. Like,
It was creepy. I bought his
the,
clown.
the stare, the smile, the quirks. I
The
enjoyed
voice,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the thing is, like, I look at Tim Curry, and obviously I'm going to compare, and he did a good job. Like, I will remember him as Pennywise.
Yeah.
I will not remember whoever played Joker in the last movie. I still remember freaking what's his name? That's horrible.
You don't remember nobody.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, no, but anyways, so the movie was really good. I enjoyed it. There was laughing parts. There were creepy parts.
Yeah.
There were parts that caught me off surprise. Kids acting were really good. Pennywise was a pretty good villain, and there was also complimenting villains. It's gonna get a 4.5 out of me because I really enjoyed it.
Wow, that's pretty great.
I'd like to know where that 0.5 can be made up. What didn't you like?
For a perfect movie rating.
For a perfect movie rating, I would have needed more of that horror value. It did make me laugh a lot more compared to being, but I was creeped out enough to feel like, all right, this does complement the horror aspect. But I had those moments where I'm looking like, damn, like, get away from me. But yeah, I think a little bit more of that dark horror would have made this a little bit more.
Maybe
How about you?
Yeah, I think if they were to up the kill count, because like, you know, aside from it being like scary at certain parts, we had definitely a lot more kills, like in an action movie, like say John Wick 2 or something. You know, people are dropping like, you know, flies. Mm-hmm. But in this one, you know, each kill is more impactful. It's a story. It's part of the story. You know, it's like what they take you to get up to that climactic point of a character dying.
This whole time, all the way up until we came here, they were disagreeing with me, and we actually agree. We agree. They don't want to admit it though, but
I just
it's
told
not
you.
enough.
and the reason being is because one of my favorite shows on TV right now is Game of Thrones, and the one thing that they did really well throughout the entire show was kill significant characters. Because I would get, you know, this character, he's going to be somebody in this story. Dead. Oh, man, what's going on here?
Right, so for me, this reminded me, and maybe you guys will be upset because I know this got a really good rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but to me, this reminded me of Jurassic Park 3. You're around all these dinosaurs, and 15 people that started on the island left the island. Hell to the no. Hey, somebody gotta go.
They've been there 3 times, bro.
Somebody gotta die.
They know how to evade some
It wasn't enough
dinosaurs.
skills in this movie for me, and that really like made it a 3 for me. So, how does it compare to the original? Because I didn't watch the original. This does make me want to watch the original because I want to see how many more people die and how many more times I laugh or don't laugh.
Wow.
So it did make me want to watch the original, but I just didn't get around to it this time because, like I said, I don't watch scary movies. So,
Right.
But how did it compare to like the original or?
From what I remember, they took a lot of like actual scenes, like full-on scenes from the original and implemented them to this movie, and it was really nice to see because it's just like the cinematography point of it. It was just really nice. You know, it was just they kept the whole 80s vibe going on, and it was just like taking place in the same, you know, library or neighborhood or house or wherever it is, you know, and they're just revamping it for this modern
It was definitely
age.
a good period piece. Even like the car that she had, that the Stan's mom had. Was it
Right,
Stan?
Pinto. I don't know what it was.
Right. You know, I thought it was a great period piece.
Right,
What
right.
you thought?
In relation to the I kind of brought it up already with the book and the original movie with the movie with Tim Curry. There's a lot of parallels, but they actually fit that movie like into one big giant movie. Like back in the day, they didn't do like the trilogies like most movies are doing now.
Yeah.
So they cut out a lot, but in parallel to the book, it's actually tighter to the book. And the characters really drive that story, especially the kids, because they're like their core. Obviously, you get that from the movie, but
right.
I appreciated that a lot in parallel to the book. So it's running pretty close, and I'm really glad the way they did it. I'm looking forward to the next 2 movies.
It's one of the reboots. You know, we get a lot of reboots nowadays, and it's one of the reboots that to me is really standing out to be a good reboot.
Did it have any originality though?
I think
was there anything that was original that it brought?
There was a lot of originality aspects to it involving like the kids' characters. Because, you know, back in the day, you know, maybe on the original movie, they're not cursing and they're not like saying the things that they were saying. But in this one, it was cool. We even had this whole Rock Wars kind of thing going on. Rock Wars!
Oh my god!
And it was like
awesome.
chucking rocks at the music, bullies, you know?
Like, it was awesome.
Oh man, we had this whole like I don't know, maybe it was Slayer, you know, heavy metal and like Rock Wars.
There we go. What we got? Who we got there?
The theme was pretty awesome.
Oh.
It doesn't tell me.
Can't even see it.
It doesn't tell me.
Sorry, we can't see what you said. But
the clown was very original. Like for a redesign of the clown really for the new age,
it was darker, but it was well done.
Yeah, it just that hit it off with me right away. The moment I saw the design for the clown, you know, it wasn't one of those things where I see the new iterations of the movies and I'm like, okay, that looks
Right.
But this one I was like, all right, no, that like I'm not even scared of clowns. Like they don't bother me. Mm-hmm. That one did.
Where do people get this whole fear of clowns from? I feel like TV just like pushes that in people's minds, and then they're just scared of clowns.
You're afraid of clowns, remember?
I'm not afraid of clowns.
You just don't remember.
That's nothing. Clowns are nothing to me. So, I mean, were you scared at all? Was it? I mean, any part where
there was shock value. There was definitely shock value where we'll go from one scene and then them like turning and he just pop out of nowhere, and like he'll pop out in the middle of the day, or you know, creepy stuff will happen and you got a zombie in your face and you're just like, what the heck, you know? So it's just like things are happening where I wouldn't suspect them of happening, and it freaked me out. So there's definitely shock value to this movie. So it kind of makes it unpredictable.
I didn't think there was any for me.
I got, you know, not scared necessarily. I got very, very creeped out. Like it put me in scenarios that I didn't want to be in.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there watching this movie, just thinking like, if I'm this kid, I don't want to be there right now.
Right,
like,
yeah.
And I think that's what it did. That's what made it work for me was the scenes overall just creep me the heck out. There's this scene where they're watching, you know, an old slide, and he freaking like literally comes out, and I'm just sitting there going like, what do you do? What do you do?
You survived, because none of them died because of that. That's my issue with it. It was that, yes, it had potential to be really creepy and had potential for me to be like, I do not want to be there. But when they showed me what the results of being there, I would have survived.
So if he just like went and swiped and like killed all the kids,
at least give me one kid. Give me one kid. That sounds so bad. But they put kids in the movie, so give me one kid to die, okay? You gotta go. Somebody gotta go. I mean, I don't know. They were in a tight space, and I feel like he should have gotten them.
Well, around the book, like even in the original movie, it's surrounded around the tight closeness of those friends.
I don't care. Then give me some extra friends that we can kill off. I don't know. Even the bullies seem to survive, and I don't understand why. Like, at least give me them. You give me these bad guys in the movie.
Yeah.
At least let me root for them to die.
Yeah. Right.
And it didn't happen.
Okay.
Well, let's say no spoilers here.
We're not gonna spoil the kill count for you.
And life lessons. I thought that they did have some pretty good life lessons. There was some.
There's a lot.
Pretty heart pulling string.
Absolutely.
Scenarios there. What did you guys think?
Yeah, like with Georgie, you know, as far as the brother, you know, he's the only one that didn't give up on trying to find him. Like that was really big because it's like as a younger brother, I think that's the brilliant thing about this movie too is the relationship between the kids and the parents. We got a lot of different dynamics. We got the overprotective mother, we got the overbearing father, we got the douche father, we've got the passive aggressive parents. You have all these things, and we've all grown up that way. So it's like these are the reasons why kids get together, you know.
Right.
And that really hit the nerves. Like I have friends like that growing up.
You know what I would have liked? I would have liked if, because this is an evil town,
right?
And to me, how the parents acted kind of set the atmosphere for Pennywise to even be there in the first place.
And that's why I think he survived for so long that he did.
Yeah.
Or I would have liked them to like kind of know about it, like she like her like the overbearing mom kind of protected her son
because she knew
she knew
town.
and maybe like dad knew he was kind of influenced by him. Like I would have liked that kind of dynamic. That
Sure.
If they would have brought that to the story, I would have like, oh man, that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of an evil town. Like the kids, the bullies were just strolling the streets to whoop people's asses.
Yeah.
I'm like, golly, like everyone was a pervert.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
and pharmacy guy, like,
God,
that was just so weird.
That was weird.
Just like,
so
it's pretty.
It was
like,
disturbing.
Evil town.
It was disturbing. I mean, they got disturbing but like as far as like the morality of the story goes, that's always something I'm looking for. So like you said, you know what it instills fear and it feeds off of that fear, and part of that fear is coming from the parents and that fear that they put into their own kids, and that's why he's able to survive for as long as he is, because it's gone generations, and it's up to these kids to get over these fears that these parents have instilled with them, because you don't just naturally are born with these fears, you're taught it, right? And another thing that is just like the power of your friendship, you know, it's like, you know, how tight knit you guys are. So
the one thing that you just brought up a really good point, they didn't make it clear in the movie. But basically, it wipes as you grow older. The memories fade away. After it goes asleep, it goes away. You lose memory of what happened. So that's why the town is so numb to it, and that's why, like in the movie, they hinted to it, but they did not directly do it. So that's definitely a neck for the film. But that moment where they're doing the missing children and how they covered up the other one, like, oh well. This was the old one, now this is the new one. Like, it's a typical thing to do. And they touched it, but they didn't really go off of it. But that's actually a big pinpoint.
That would have been good. Like, I think it would have been another layer of complexity and, like, origin story, too.
Like, if maybe an auntie kind of remembered a little bit, like an older cousin maybe kind of remembered.
Like a cool uncle or something.
Yeah.
And that's actually good, because the thing is, you can add that in the next couple of movies. Like, I mean, they still have material then.
Which is a good segue to my next question. Should they really be making more, and does the Rotten Tomato score add up? Is it justified?
What's the score?
I don't know. We don't have a phone, so all our phones are being used right now.
I'll look it up right now, but what do you guys think about
I don't know if they should make more. I mean, to me, The Ring had more deaths than this movie, and I don't like The Ring. And I don't watch scary movies, but when I did, they had to be great. Like, I need to see people dying. I need to see people getting bent in half. I need to see like some really scary stuff. And I didn't get that at all. It was the language that made it rated R, not the actual content.
Right.
Like, even, when one of the boys is getting like his mouth engulfed.
Right.
I thought his mouth was gonna come off.
His face was gonna be off.
Right.
Face off.
Right. And it just wasn't. And I don't know. It just killed it for me. I need to see, if I'm gonna watch something scary, I need to see someone. I need a reason to be scared, and I didn't get that. So I don't know if they should make some more. But what do you think?
I'm all in for more. I'm usually not appreciative to reboots. I'm so sick of them. It's sad. Like when they.
You didn't like the Independence Day? Like,
I'm out of here, dude. Like, really?
But what about RoboCop? You like RoboCop, right? The second,
I'm about to drop you on the floor.
Jeez, I can't win with this guy. Can't win.
Next year, bring up Poltergeist. Next year, bring up. No, I'm done.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, I appreciated this one. It wasn't bad. I was excited from the moment I woke up this morning. Like, I'm gonna see it today.
I know, right?
And
there's a lot of hype.
I see what?
There's a lot of hype.
I'm gonna see it.
It what? What is it?
Come float down here with us, Georgie. They all float down here.
So we got a tomato meter. So the tomato meter for Rotten Tomatoes is reading 88% for critics, 91% for the audience.
Done.
It's pretty high.
And I'm sorry, but the kids next to us, like, there were kids in there. Like, it was funny. We were walking in the theater, and there were kids trying to get us to buy tickets from it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I've never, like, it's weird because I remember being that kid, and it's like, now I'm like, damn, I feel old now.
We passed them up real quick. Like, no, come by.
See, they didn't execute it right, because the thing is that you asked me, like, oh, are you going to the movie theaters? Yup. Right in.
It's like, you see me walk into the theater. Yeah. It would have been one thing, but like, hey, bro, like, I can't get in unless someone buys a ticket from me. Oh, okay, come here.
So should they be making another one?
So as far as reboots go, I'm cool with it because they paid fantastic tribute to this one. So I'm cool if they make a sequel to it. I'm with it. I like the kids cast. If all the kids are on board for it, hey, why not?
Yeah, I thought the kids did really well. You know, these kids have really been doing a really good job
Hollywood
from
kids.
The Logan movie to the Stranger Things. This movie, it's like I'm like, where are they growing these kids from? Like, where they just grow up in acting school?
Yeah.
Like, man, they're on point. Like even like the girl, they didn't. I think she should be doing more than these type of movies because like
She did
her
really
fear,
good.
her fear face,
Oh yeah.
her scared face was dope.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, she's like really acting right now.
Yeah.
So they really are doing a really good job with these kids
Yeah.
for sure.
And
Absolutely.
the one-liners. There are so many one-liners from Finn Wolfhard. He's the guy that plays Mike on Stranger Things. So many one-liners. I'm like, I'm walking away with this movie with tons of one-liners. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, everyone was pretty good. You know, I don't want to give it too bad of a score, but it was just that it wasn't horror-ish. It wasn't a horror movie to me.
There's a creep factor and there's a horror factor. This
Thriller,
is more on
suspenseful kind of deal.
This was more on that line. It wasn't like you're not gonna feel like paranormal activity where you're like, you know, it leads up and you're like, damn,
Yeah,
like
it's
you
not
know,
gonna be
it's not
that.
like that
No, at all.
It's more or less putting you in a position to almost see through these kids' eyes and be like, I don't want to be here right now. Like I just want to go home. Like that's what I felt like.
All right, guys, we just wrap it up. That is our review of It 2017. Let us know what you guys thought. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. What do you guys think? Should they be doing these type of scary movie reboots? And if they should, what else would you like to see? Because I feel like there's a lot of scary movies that just kind of hold up and don't need to be remade.
Right.
But let us know what you guys think. All right, check out our other stuff that we have on our page, guys. Check out some of these videos that we see popping up here. Unless you're watching on Facebook, there won't be nothing popping up there for you.
And then we're just doing this.
But all right, guys, I'm your boy D'Anthony.
Adan.
I'm It.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my bad. CJ. Hi.
And we're out, guys.
Peace.
Come float down here, Georgie.
Rock Wars!
Oh, we got a like.